Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, January 14, 2021. Government will begin exploring bilateral avenues to secure additional access to COVID-19 vaccines outside of the COVAX facility. Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton, says Cabinet made the decision at its meeting this week.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness, in collaboration with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, will begin the process of exploring how we can leverage our international engagements to secure additional supply access for safe vaccines, to ascertain their level of support and to determine the best arrangements for acquisition and distribution of safe vaccines to the population.
The Health Minister was making a statement to the House of Representatives on Tuesday. He also assured the House that the Ministry of Health would maintain its very rigorous process when granting approval for the emergency use of vaccines or other medical supplies.
For the granting of emergency use authorization, the vaccine must meet one of the following criteria, Madam Speaker. Be included, firstly, in the World Health Organization emergency use listing for prevention of SARS-CoV-2 infection, COVID-19. Secondly, be granted authorization for emergency use for prevention of COVID-19 by one of the following stringent national regulatory authorities of reference: the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, Health Canada, and the European Medicines Agency.
Government has signed a $4 million agreement with the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, and the Cadmus Group of Boston to help grow Jamaica's energy sector. The Energy Resilience Global Development Alliance Partnership Agreement was signed on Wednesday. Portfolio Minister Darrell Vaz says it will support Jamaica's creation of a resilient and robust energy sector.
We're on our mission to secure Jamaica's energy future through diversification and the provision of alternative, sustainable, and environmentally friendly sources of energy. By 2025, we will be generating approximately 22% of our electricity from renewable sources and well on our way in developing an electric mobility sector.
As part of this, he says the ministry has set a new 5-year target of producing electricity from solar and/or wind technologies, liquefied natural gas, and 74 megawatts from hydro waste to energy and/or biomass. Minister Vaz says Cabinet has also given approval to establish an entity responsible for undertaking procurement of new energy generation projects. Jamaica's private securities market grew by approximately 100% between 2017 and 2020. Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clarke says the value of bond issuance transactions for the period doubled from $200 million to $400 million. Dr. Clarke says this indicates a period of heightened interest in private securities, the reasons for which include government reforms to ensure sustainable debt reduction and increased access to financing for the private sector.
So you put those two factors together, they account for this massive growth in the private bond market that we are seeing and that we will continue to see. So what we're trying here to do here today is not only improve access to finance, but put in place the mechanisms that ensure for the most efficient allocation of capital.
Minister Clarke was speaking during Monday's digital launch of the Jamaica Stock Exchange's new private market platform. It will facilitate the listing of private bonds and equity securities on the NASDAQ platform.
This will allow for greater price discovery and for great liquidity, which in themselves have a lot of spin-off benefits. It will build secondary market participation and will offer opportunities for investors and corporates alike.
The way has been paved for preparatory work to begin on the Monte Bay Bypass project. This as the National Environment and Planning Agency, NEPA, has approved the Environmental Impact Assessment report on the project. As a result, the National Road Operating and Constructing Company Limited, NROC, will begin land acquisition, relocation, and design work for the bypass road. NROC's Managing Director, Ivan Anderson, says the construction work for the 15-kilometer toll road is expected to begin in 2022. The $220 million project will also include improvements to the Barnett Street and West Green areas of St. James.
Long Hill is a very difficult area, and so we're building a new bypass. So along with the Monte Bay Bypass, we're building Long Hill, which is about another 25 kilometers of road. And we expect to start that over the next 2 years.
152 new housing units will soon be available in St. James, with Phase 1 of the Ryan Park Estate development set to be ready by month end. The Housing Agency of Jamaica project will deliver a mix of 1- and 2-bedroom apartments, 2- and 3-bedroom family units, and 2- and 3-bedroom townhouses.
As the agency, as a primary implementation arm for the government of Jamaica, we have been dealing with housing solutions, building houses, providing service lots, regularizing communities. What we have been focusing on over the last few years is more provision of affordable solutions.
With all phases complete, Ryan Park Estate will offer 772 housing solutions for low to middle income earners in St. James, including persons employed to the attractions and accommodation sector. And finally, the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, KSAMC, will be honoring 2 Jamaican pioneers with keys to the city of Kingston. The honor will be bestowed posthumously on late reggae pioneer Frederick Toots Hibbert and business mogul Gordon Butch Stewart. Deputy Mayor Councillor Winston Ennis made the announcement during Monday's meeting of the KSAMC.
The city of Kingston has lost one of Jamaica's greatest and most successful son in Gordon Butch Stewart at the start of this year. The administration intends to honor his memory and that of the late Frederick Toots Hibbert by posthumously presenting both with the keys to the city of Kingston in February of this year, following the passage of the necessary resolutions.
The presentation of the keys to the city is the highest honor that can be bestowed by the KSAMC. Hibbert passed away on September 11, 2020 at age 77, while Stewart died on January 4, 2021 at age 79. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.